Hello! We are going to be reading about Earth. This text, called Earth, was written by Cody Crane and published by Children's Press. Let's explore Earth. Does this planet look familiar? It is Earth. More than 7 billion people live here, and you are one of them. Many plants and animals live on Earth too. Our planet is special. It has water, air, and sunlight. Everything creatures need to live. Although we have this little dog here that says, "I am Rocket. Let's explore this beautiful planet together. It is Earth, your home." See the diagram with clouds, land, water. Okay. There's a look inside Earth. Earth is made up of different layers. Crust, Earth's thin outer layer. Mantle, made up of gooey rock. Outer core, layer of hot melted metals. And inner core contains super hot solid metals and can reach 12,600 degrees Fahrenheit. That's really hot. 7,000 degrees Celsius. Okay, Earth, inside and out. Earth is a big ball of rock, about 8,000 miles or 13,000 kilometers wide. Inside, our planet has many layers. Earth's super hot inner core is at its center. It can get hotter than the surface of the sun. What? Beyond that is the outer core, and then there's the mantle. Earth's crust is a thin outer layer that sits on the top of the mantle. Lava erupts from a volcano on an island off the coast of Africa. Our little dog friend says, Earth has about 1,500 volcanoes on land. Even more volcanoes exist beneath the ocean. So Earth's crust is made up of giant slabs of rock called tectonic plates. These plates float on top of melted rocks in the mantle. Moving plates can rub against each other that can trigger earthquakes. Plates can push together to form mountains. Melted rock can erupt from beneath plates, causing volcanoes. The Hawaiian Islands are actually the tops of underwater volcanoes. Earth's land is divided into 7 continents. You know the names of the continents. A list of them from biggest to small is Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe, and finally, Australia. Good job. Okay, so the Earth's land is divided into 7 continents, like we just named. They are surrounded by water. There's more water on our planet than land. Oceans cover 2/3 of the Earth. They are filled with salt water. There are rivers, lakes, and ice too. They contain fresh water. Water is something all life needs in order to survive. Earth is the only planet known to have large amounts of flowing water on its surface. And the caption here says, coral reefs like this one are filled with sea life. Our next caption says, the atmosphere looks like a blue haze surrounding Earth. So there's the word atmosphere. And Rocket saying, there is no air in space. An atmosphere surrounds our planet. It contains the air we breathe. It protects us by blocking dangerous rays from the sun. Those could be harmful to life. The atmosphere stops space rocks headed for Earth. Most burn up in the atmosphere before they can crash into the planet. Shooting stars are really space rocks called meteors. They burn up as they pass through Earth's atmosphere. Welcome home. The sun is the center of our solar system. Earth and 7 other planets orbit around it. Earth's distance from our sun makes it just right for life. It does not get too hot or too cold. Earth is the 5th largest planet and the 3rd planet from the sun. Earth is one of 8 planets in our solar system. So you can see them. There's the sun, and then Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Heat from the sun makes life on Earth possible. The same is true for its light. Plants need sunlight to grow. Plants then become food for animals. Other creatures hunt plant-eating animals. Without sunlight, none of those living things, including us, would exist. Millions of types of plants and animals live on Earth. These mountain gorillas are found in Africa. Okay, planet on the move. It takes Earth 365 and a quarter days to orbit the sun. That is 1 year. The Earth is also spinning as it moves along that path. It takes Earth 24 hours to make one spin. That is 1 day. Side note, again, my shirt, the rotation of the Earth really makes my day because it takes 24 hours for it to rotate. Different parts of the planet face the sun as Earth spins. It becomes day there. It becomes night when those parts of Earth turn away from the sun. Rocket says, Earth spins at about 1,000 miles, or 1,600 kilometers, per hour near its middle. I bet you never noticed. Yeah, that's really fast, 1,000 miles per hour. Electric lights from cities can be seen glowing on the nighttime side of Earth. Earth's seasons. Earth's tilt creates seasons. The seasons are opposite in areas above and below the equator. So you can see the sun and that kind of diagonal line there showing the poles, right? So the North Pole, the sun never shines directly on the North and South Pole. It is always cold here. The South Pole is the coldest place on Earth. So we have the top half of the top hemisphere. It says this region is tilted farthest from the sun, and it is winter here. But then, and then there's the equator, kind of like a belt going around the Earth. It says this region is never tilted very far from the sun. It is always warm. Then the bottom half says this region is tilted closest to the sun. It is summer here. So when it is summer on the southern hemisphere, such as in Chile, then it is winter up in the northern hemisphere, North America, and Utah. So Earth is not perfectly centered in space. It is tilted. So the top and the bottom of Earth lean toward or away from the sun at different times of the year. That is why Earth has seasons. Places near Earth's equator or middle are always tilted close to the sun. Those places do not have seasons. They stay warm all year. Maybe I should move there. I'm not a big fan of winter. And I don't like snow and cold. Rocket says, other planets in our solar system are tilted. They have seasons as well. Now, beyond Earth. The closest object to Earth is the moon. The moon is a smaller rocky ball that orbits our planet. Earth's gravity keeps the moon close. The moon's gravity affects Earth too. It tugs on the planet's oceans. That causes high and low tides. Here's a diagram, ocean tides. A high tide is when the ocean rises. Water levels sink at low tide. Rocket says, it would take 6 months to get to the moon if you could drive there in a car. And the moon is about 1/4 the size of Earth. Okay. Now, people have visited only one place in our solar system besides Earth. That is the moon. Astronauts first walked on its surface in 1969. Astronauts also traveled to the International Space Station, or ISS. The ISS is a science lab that orbits our planet. Astronauts from all over the world live and work there. The International Space Station has lots of room. It is larger than a 6-bedroom house. So there's American astronaut Karen Nyberg floats aboard the ISS. And the ISS orbits about 250 miles or 400 kilometers above Earth. Scientists use telescopes to see far into space. They also send spacecraft to study stars and the other planets. But they have yet to find any place exactly like Earth. Some spacecraft search for other places with life in our solar system and beyond. Worlds with alien life could be out there, just waiting to be discovered. Some telescopes use many large dishes to detect signals from space. Rocket says, what do you think? Is there life on other planets? You can make your own tectonic plates, discover how Earth's surface moves. We've had a lot of earthquakes here in Utah lately, or an earthquake and aftershocks anyway. And so you can learn a little bit about those tectonic plates if you do this on your own at home. Discover how Earth's surface moves. Be sure to ask an adult for help. What you'll need is 2 feet of waxed paper, plastic knife, 8 ounces of frosting, 2 graham crackers, an eyedropper, and water. Here are the instructions step by step. Number 1, lay the waxed paper on a flat surface. Spread a thick layer of frosting on top. This is Earth's mantle, made of melted rock. Number 2, place the graham crackers next to each other on the frosting. Their edges should touch. These are Earth's tectonic plates. Number 3, push the graham crackers away from each other. Watch what happens to the melted rock. The frosting. Real melted rock would harden into new crust when it cooled. Number 4, place the crackers side by side. Slide them past each other. Earthquakes often occur when tectonic plates scrape by each other like this, which has been happening here in Utah. Number 5, reset the graham crackers and push them towards each other. Let one slide underneath the other. When Earth's plates do this, the lower plate melts back into hot mantle. Number 6, use the eyedropper and water to moisten the edge of a cracker. Push the crackers into each other. This is how mountains are formed. So, stories about Earth. People have lived on Earth for millions of years. Over the ages, they came up with stories to explain how our planet came to be. The ancient Greeks viewed Earth as a mother. They called her Gaia. She was thought to have created everything in the world. Native American tribes told stories of animals that swam to the bottom of the ocean. They brought up mud that became Earth's land. Okay. There's a glossary here. Ooh, good thing with nonfiction. Often there's a glossary at the back that tells you, it's kind of like a little dictionary of words that were in the text. So the glossary, we have the word atmosphere, which we learned is a layer of gases that surrounds the planet. Continents, 7 large land masses of Earth. Gravity, force that pulls things toward each other. There's very little gravity in space. An orbit, travel in a circular path around a planet or the sun. Also at the end of the book, we have an index. Remember that an index in a nonfiction text will be there so that it's kind of like you can search for something. If I wanted to learn specifically about alien life, on the index I would find alien life, and it's on page 27. So then I can go to page 27 and see what the book has to say about it. Or if I wanted to learn more about the solar system, I could go to page 14, 21, 25, or 27. So an index helps you find specific topics within the text. Okay. Fun stuff. Hope you learned a lot about the Earth.